What's up, everybody? I just realized none of that information in that video is true, except for the fact that it's live before lock. It's just me today, and don't put that into the giveaway because that's not what it is. But it was too last minute to change the video, so here we go. Appreciate everyone being here today. I'll be honest, I didn't know this game was starting today until this morning. So I looked at the NBA schedule and I said, why the F is there a game at 3 o'clock, which is kind of nice. Technically, it's a holiday here in the U.S. And I was like, hey, maybe daytime basketball. If we're going to do it, let's do more than one game. Can I make that request, Mr. Adam Silver? If you are here for the first time, welcome. Thanks for being here. In order to qualify for the giveaway, you'll have to subscribe to the channel. So do that. Look at Gershop, by the way, too. Sign up to become a YouTube member. Make sure you do that. But yeah, for the Europeans, for my international folk, glad you get to see this during a time that's not the middle of the morning or whatever it is. So this is what we're going to do. You can find the pinned chat. If you haven't signed up for Sorare, if this is your first time doing it, just sign up right now. It makes us look good. It's free, all of those things. We're going to be using John Boy Skeets, his projections. You can find a link to that in the chat. In the Discord, excuse me. I'm in the Discord. What is happening? In the show notes, you can find that link. But right now, to get us started, like the stream, subscribe to Team Hold in order to get a limited tier giveaway. Put hashtag early slate into the chitty chat. Happy New Year to all those who are jumping in the chat as well. So like the stream, subscribe, hashtag early slate. We will do that towards the end. I know a lot of people are putting gnome in there. That's going to get you nothing. There we go. I see the people coming in now. So here's the deal today. I find this to be one of the more intriguing, sexy, exciting slates. And here's why. We're not going to have a lot of news. So I think there's two ways to play this bad boy. There's two ways to play this slate. One, you be very safe, okay? If anybody's questionable, steer clear. So like Darius Garland's a great example that we'll talk about. If they're questionable, you don't want to mess with that. You don't want to have that energy. I totally get it. Some might question the testosterone in your body. But I think there's opportunities to really take some shots on this and take some chances. And I'll highlight a couple of situations that I'll be targeting. But I think it's important here to just like take a stand, whether you're going to play the questionable guys or not going to play the questionable guys. Because I have a feeling that most people will play this a bit safe. And if you're just tuning in right now, the slate locks in 47 minutes. Okay. So 47 minutes. Before we get into the injury news, let's just kind of poke around, see what we have in for contests today. So we have a common contender, a common champ, and common all offense. We got the limited contender, limited champ, limited all defense, and then rare contender, rare champ, super rare, super champ. Super rare contender, super rare champ, and the unique champion. Reminder as always, when looking at these, make sure you take a look at the prize pools, right? So when you look at the limited all defense, there's almost 5,000 people in it, and they're giving away 230 cards. So don't worry about that. Snoopaloop says, need some help, Mike. Do I take the Christmas lights down or make lineups and have a beer? Snoopaloop, have yourself a merry little beer. The other thing I'm going to do real quick is just show you. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I was going to show you how my lineups did this past one. I'll just tell you. We got a limited tier Serge Ibaka. We also got a rare tier Muscala, which would have been cool, except this mother just bought one. So we're not thrilled about that. Let's dive into some of the injury news. Then just as people start to fire questions, don't you worry about a thing. What we're going to do is look at we're going to look at the injury news, then we're going to look at the spreadsheets, and then we'll start bouncing around with some questions. So if I don't get to it right away, you're probably going to have to put that shit in the chat again. And then the last reminder, not the last reminder, but go ahead, like the stream, subscribe, hashtag early slate for the giveaway. All right, let's do a little refresh over here on Underdog. That's where we go. Craig Morris says, hey, it's a Scotsman. I appreciate the time of the stream today. Though terrible accent work. Terrible accent. One thing you learn about me is my accents start off pretty good and then trail bad. They trail bad. Ask Panini. All right, here we go. Joel Embiid, questionable. LeBron James, probable. Jimmy Fuckets, probable. Darius Garland, doubtful. Fred VanVleet's questionable. Jalen Brunsanity is questionable. I'm going to need the chat to let me know if we get that Jalen Brunson news. Jamal Murray, to be determined with injury management. The Nuggets have 2 games. I would like to think that Murray's definitely going to play one of them. It sounded like he rested last night for injury management. So I imagine Jamal is back. Who else do we have here? We've got Devin Vassell. They've announced he's available. Mobes is questionable. Nurk is questionable. A late addition, Shingin, is questionable. And so is DeAndre Hunter. Let me just double check here to make sure no more tweets came in. Let's see what we got. We have Derrick Rose was ruled out. Campaign will play. Shamit will play. All right, so we should get the Derrick Rose news. Ooh, on ESPN, Brunson had them marked out and updated today. I think we're still gonna wait a few minutes. All right, here we go. Let's start here. Normally we start in the spreadsheets, but I think this is a good talking point. ILT says for Europe, this is a blessing. What do you think about Embiid and Giannis injuries? Will that make a big impact for champion contests? So, ILT, I think that's a great question. I'm going to tell you how I'm approaching this, okay? I think Embiid's going to sit tonight. I don't have any inside information. This is taking a shot, okay? This is me just planting a flag. The Sixers had 2 games over the weekend. They had a back-to-back on Friday and Saturday. They lost to the Pelicans on Friday. Normally, Embiid sits one of those 2 on back-to-backs, or at least he has in the past. He played both games, and the second was against OKC. I believe Harden missed that game, and a couple of other of the role players missed that game as well. So I wonder if this is just kind of like, hey, listen, we played them back-to-back. We normally don't do that. Why don't we give you Monday off? The late addition of the questionable nature is something that is making me lean that way. Listen, we could be wrong. So do whatever you want. I don't want you. Don't do what I'm doing just because I say it. That's the stand I'm taking, though. And that's what I think is important about this slate. It's an opportunity to get based on some of the buys that I've seen on Sorare data, it sounds like everyone else is making that call either. So I don't feel as wicked smart as I did earlier. But that's what I'm doing. So I'm playing my B-ball Paul Reeds, and I'm playing my Montrezl Harrells as well. Now, that being said, I think the Sixers have 2 games, correct? Let's go over to the spread skeets. Again, if you want to get access to this, you can find that in the show notes. So Joel Embiid has 2 games today, okay? 2 games this week. So what I would say, Embiid is one of those guys where I think he can get there in 1 game. I do. I think he can get there in 1 game. So I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying you have to do that. But I think there's a world, if you had both Embiid and Paul Reed, you could play them both. Because Embiid is one of those dudes. If it was more of a mid-tier dude, I don't know if I'd play Embiid, but Embiid can get there in 1 game. That's all I'm saying. Here we go. Backboard UK, NBA, box break, sports card videos. What's up? Thanks for being here. Pretty new. Does Jokic, SGA, Morant, K-Love, and Beauchamp sound good? Last 2 should be increased minutes. I don't love Marchand Beauchamp. He's not my favorite. I think we still need the Drew Holiday news. Right? Beauchamp, how many minutes did Beauchamp play? Let me pull this up. How many minutes did he play yesterday? So they were without Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, George, my ass's old Hill, and Giannis as well, right? So let me see how many minutes this guy played in a blowout loss. We got to remember it was a blowout too. Beauchamp didn't get the start, and he played 25 minutes. So listen, if you believe all those guys are going to miss that game again, sure, rock with Beauchampies. I'm a little hesitant too, but I also played Wes Matthews, and he gave it to me, baby, and it was bad. So your call. B-ball Paul, a slick reference to the guys over at Rights to Ricky Sanchez. I see who's a Karen. We out there. We out here. All right. The other injury news that we have to talk about here is the Golden State Warriors. So they're obviously without Steph Curry, right? Jonathan Kuminga's been ruled out. JaMychal Green is already out. I'm forgetting there was someone else. James Wiseman has been ruled out as well. So the projected starting 5 for the Warriors is Dante DiVincenzo, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Kevon Looney, and Jordan Poole, right? They are going to be thin on the bench, though. So I do think there's ways to still play some of those bench guys. Anthony Lamb. Oh, Wiggins is out too. Wiggins is still out. Anthony Lamb is someone that can come in and play a ton of minutes. He's probably one of the first guys off the bench. I kind of like Moses Moody a little bit, even though he's just been pretty bad. But I like Moses Moody. Honestly, they've been rolling Patrick Baldwin Jr. out there quite a bit. So we could even see some of that as well. All right, enough of this. I need to get into the scoots. Let's scroll down. We are going to start. So we'll roll through this quickly, and then you can start peppering me with questions in the chat. All right. So we'll start here at the bottom. We'll work our way up, see if there's any of these dark green people popping. Matt Ryan had no idea he was on the Timberwolves. I want to say one quick thing. I know I said spreadsheets and then jump back out. I want to say one thing on the Timberwolves here. They are in holy shit mode right now. Karl Anthony Towns is still missing time. Their bench is getting obliterated. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see some switches to their second unit. So I just would pay attention to that. I wonder if I don't think we should take any shots this game week, but potentially this weekend, we should pay attention to what those second rotations are. I'm thinking like Wendell Moore might be someone who jumps up again a little bit. The reason that came to my attention is Matt Ryan signed with them. So I don't know. It's something to pay attention to as we continue to cook. All right, let's see. So Matt Ryan popped Rashawn Holmes. Just a reminder, yes, he's a cap of 3, and it looks like, oh, what a play. It's only projecting for 8.7. And just remember, these are projections. These aren't definitive things. Someone who I've never heard of, McKinley Wright, a point guard for our friends over at what team are they on? The Dallas Mavericks. He seems to be the best play down here. He's got a cap of 5 and projecting for almost 15. Wild. Vlatko Konkar, shout out to actually Jeb Bush, who was rocking with that guy. I see Wesley Matthews projecting again, and Wesley Matthews, you can politely go fuck yourself. I'm not playing Wesley Matthews after what he did this weekend, and I apologize for anyone that doesn't have their headphones in, as we be dropping F-bombs on this show, okay? Let's keep going. Again, someone hit me with the Brunson information if we get that in the chat, okay? Patrick Baldwin, yeah. All right, so Patrick Baldwin isn't popping really, so I don't love that. Jericho Sims, Frank, I don't know. Nothing down here is too exciting. Rudy Gay, whatever. Corey Joseph, the Detroit situation is still weird. Jalen Williams of Oklahoma City, though. So Jalen Williams has gotten a couple of starts here as they're missing Alexander Pokuševski. And so Jalen Williams has been getting the start. He's a young guy. He's a rookie. They seem to like him. One thing I did note, he got rocked by Embiid over the weekend. And even though he started, Mike Muscala came in off the bench early in the first, but also started the second half. Muscala still only played 17 minutes, so I think both of these are great plays. Jalen Williams, though, for a low ask of 7 and his rare only 44 for a cap of 9. This projection of 15, I feel like has room to run with OKC. I know they got 2 games. I kind of like that. Jumping Joe Ingles. I kind of like Joe Ingles. Giannis is pumping his bags. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to say bags. I know people get pissed off about that. Giannis was pretty stoked about what Joe Ingles brings to the squad. I think his minutes are still going to be monitored as he's coming back from that pretty gruesome injury last season, or however long ago that was. However, he's someone that will continue to pop if we continue to get more Bucks injury news. But once again, we're going to be taking those shots before we truly know. Miles McBride is coming off a pretty piss-poor performance, but the Knicks have a couple of games. Again, he's pretty exciting if more of these guys go off. Ingles has been great off the ACL tear. Feels like a 25-minute a night cap. Yeah. I mean, luckily with Joe Ingles on 25 minutes with the cap of, 11? Or it was even lower than that. Ingles can still get there. So I like it. Look at a lot. Jacques Landale, he's still projecting pretty well as he's been weirdly starting with their units. He's got a tough matchup against the Knicks today. The aforementioned Muscala and Anthony Lamb. Trey Mann's also popping a little bit. So let's see. Anybody else under 20 screaming good play? Kevin Love, we've talked about. Ty Jerome, yeah, with the Warriors. Andrew Nembhard's fine here at 18. I don't hate him. Anybody else smashing? All right, let's get up to let's look at the MVPs and see if anybody's really popping for their cap, right? Jokic's cap is so freaking high now at this point. It's 64, but it doesn't matter because he still does it. Same thing with Luka. Look at these guys over 60. Embiid, we talked about already. Sabone's been popping. Tatum's been popping, but no. Let's see if there's any value play. Is anybody Okay, not really. This is actually pretty even here. 36 Kawhi. Kawhi seems to be like a solid play. They have 2 games, which means he probably only plays 1. But that's really it. Nobody. Jalen Brunson again, 33, but nah, that's not. We don't know if he's playing. So I think that's it. What does the cap mean on the spreadsheet? Says I am Roost. I am Roost. Thanks for being here. The cap is the L10, right? The last 10 game average. So if we go over to like if we're building a lineup here, let's look at my card. So this is the cap, right? So Muscala's cap is 14, Benedict Matherin's 22, Jalen Johnson 15. So that's what it means. Yeah, we talked about Anthony Lamb. Anthony Lamb is a great play, Sidney Keene, especially because of how low they are. What does the what the Josh says? Ish Wainwright, Magruder. Josh, are you saying one of those 4, or are you saying 2 of those 4? Just is that just like your last piece? I know people seem to be pretty stoked about Ish Wainwright, even though he's not really projecting. But yeah, I don't hate taking shots on those Phoenix guys since their stuff's weird. Do I know something about Giannis? Well, I know he's Greek. I don't know about him playing tonight. I like someone in the Sorare Discord. Shout out Mr. Speed. He didn't like my take. Actually, he doesn't like most of my takes in there, but that's okay. I think Giannis is going to play tonight. I thought they had 2 games over the weekend. He played in the first one, put up monster numbers and monster minutes against the Bulls. I thought they were in that second game. They were just like, you know what, fuck it, like just get some rest. So I think he's going to be back. We'll see though. We'll see. How's Grimes? Yeah, let's check out Quentin Grimes. Also, while I'm doing this, just a reminder, if you just got here, what are you doing? Like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag early slate for a limited tier giveaway. We're at 140 people. If we get 60 more, if we hit 200, that's going to be a rare moment. Okay. That's going to be a tier, excuse me. NBA Top Shot, PTSD. So like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag early slate. Let me just do a quick rundown here. Did we get any more Jalen Brunsanity news? We got to be getting that soon. All right, so Quentin Grimes. Let's check out Grimesies. We talk about Grimes. All right, so cap of 27, projection of 26, coming off a couple of hot games. The upside for Quentin Grimes said he's going to play 58 minutes. Shout out Tom Tibbs. If Quickly's out, he's going to take even more. I'm sorry. If Brunson is out, Grimes is going to take even more shots. So I think Grimes is a fine play. I don't know how much the upside is with Brunson back, but Grote says, I have a feeling Miles Turner is going to block a bunch of my Raptors tonight. Yeah, Turner's in a pretty good matchup against Toronto. Toronto, it's so funny. We're so used to Toronto being like a defensive juggernaut, and they've been pretty bad this year. He's got a cap at 32 and a projection of just under 35. I like Miles Turner here. Valentina Barrero, DeJounte Murray and Trae Young, or Miles Turner and Paul George? Man, the Atlanta shit is a dumpster fire, isn't it? Valentina, I think I would go Turner and Paul George here. I think I would. I'm sure DeJounte and Trae are both projecting well. Let me take a look at it actually before I just guess, because we do have it here. So DeJounte has a cap of 35 and a projection of 37, and Trae has a cap of 42 and a projection of 43. Paul George, though, cap before. Okay, actually, you know what? It looks like the other's projecting a little bit better, but I'm gonna listen. I'm not a numbers guy. I'm a feeling guy. I'm a vibes guy. And Paul George has been awesome. Yeah, going back, I think I would just take a shot on Ish Wainwright on that one. Super Luminal says I kind of like the high ceiling Rocket guys. 3 games, pretty decent chance they pop off. Yeah, I've got. This is what I am doing though. I'm not playing him in the same lineup. Şengün is questionable, so you got to pay attention to that. Someone like Bruno Fernando, Usman Garuba could pop, even Jabari Smith. But yeah, Jalen Green really hurt my feelings this weekend, but Kevin Porter Jr. didn't. I'm a big fan of those guys. Hayden, what's up, Hayden? Mitch, Rob, or Scary Terry? Mitch, I kind of like Robinson the best in those all defense contests, but he's got a cap of 29 and projection of 31. It's got to be Rozier here. Rozier has a cap of 30 and projection of 38. Yeah. So, I mean, actually, I was going to say there's blowout risk in every Charlotte game, but you know what? The coach doesn't want to play the scrubs, so it's probably fine. I think I would lean Scary Terry here. Marco says Thaddeus Young or McBride. Marco, if Brunson is out, I would say McBride. If Brunson is in, I would say Thaddeus. I don't know if that helps. Thomas says campaign at 24P. Phoenix has a lot of injuries, plus CP3 is playing, so do you think he'll get good minutes? Yeah, I think campaign is a good play here. The only thing I don't know about, so he's got a cap of 24, projection of 19. I don't know if he's on any sort of minutes restriction. If anybody knows that, put that in the chat. I know I'm pretty behind on the chat right now, but why isn't Ross a good play? I imagine because he He's just been bad. So he's coming off foul trouble in that last game. Cap of 11, projection of 7. Magic are getting some of their guys back. So the reason he popped over the weekend was the Magic were down to like 5 dudes. Christian says Levine or Claxanity. That's bad. I won't do that. All right, Claxton. Cap at 35, projection at 35. It's going to be Levine here, right? Cap of 33, projection at 38. Yeah, so lower cap and a higher ceiling. I would go that. What else you got? Adams or Jaren Jackson Jr. good? You say Bigs versus Hornets. Yes, Alex. So here's the thing. I think we just saw Steven Adams put up 11 points and 23 rebounds. Holy shit. Jaren Jackson Jr. hasn't been rebounding a ton. Shout out Hamey, by the way, in the chat, especially when Steven Adams is in there. So what would be dope is if Steven Adams sat and then Jaren Jackson Jr. could go ham. I think either of those are a pretty good play. The nice thing about Jaren Jackson Jr., he's probably going to get you like 10 blocks. He's probably going to get 10 blocks. So I'd go after that. Grimes or Quickly is the real question. It's going to be Quickly for me if Brunson's out. There we go. If Brunson is out, it's Quickly. If Brunson is in, it's Grimes. Eric says Banner DeJounte. Give me DeJounte. What's up, Luca? Thoughts on Yuta and Seth Curry this game week? Are they both healthy and good to go? Yuta was coming off a good game. Cap of 19, projection of 15. Curry's probably the play because I imagine his cap is lower. Cap of 12, projection 9. Yeah. So listen, if Curry allows you to get to someone else, I'd go Curry. If the cap doesn't matter, I'd go Yuta in that situation. Gordon Hayward is a good pick. I was going to say he's a good prick, and that's just my Boston fandom. He's projecting 30 with an L10 of 25. There you go. You don't even need me to look that shit up. But yeah, I like that. Let me catch up. Why is JTA projecting so bad? Been getting minutes and points since since he was back. It's a good question, courtside. I wonder if it's small sample size as to why he's projecting poorly. I'm not sure if the Lakers are getting anyone back that they were missing. That's a good question though. I'm not the Skeets guy. Today could be the day when Embiid out guy is finally right. Yeah, where's our man? Where's our crypto? What was his name? Crypto Gem? All right, here we go. What else we got? Scary Terry or Dante DiVincenzo? Ooh, this is a good one, Kevin. I like this 1v1. Dante is cap at 30, projection of 30. So it's saying Scary Terry. Scary Terry probably has a higher upside. Dante probably a little bit safer. Badavine says playing Montrez and Bruno in my rare contender after failing to sell for premium. I like that. L Temp says any good pick at 9. Yeah, we can go back down. We can go back down to the bottom. My favorite, I'm going off the board here with Paul Reed and Montrezl Harrell. I know they're not projecting well because they're projecting Embiid in. I'm just going to take a stand that Embiid misses one of these games. Matt Ryan here, cap of 3. If you want to take a real chance here. McKinley Wright seems to be projecting the best at a cap of 5, projection of 15. You got Vlatko Konkar with a cap of 7 and a projection of 13. So McKinley Wright and Konkar are your best bets. And then you see Raul Neto and JT Thor. Raul Neto, shout out our man Shuckster. He's been calling Raul Neto for a while. And with Garland most likely missing a game, that's helpful. Do we still have nothing on let's go back to Underdog. Do we still have no Brunson news? Available to play. Brunson's available to play. God damn. Gnome's here. Hold on. I'm going to catch up on the chat. Is everyone already? Everyone was already telling me Brunson is in. Sorry. If you asked the question, I had to catch up at the beginning of the chat. Johan says CJ or Ja. It's always going to be Ja. I know CJ went ham, but Ja has the higher upside. Storm and pinball, baby. My prize was a rare Jaden McDaniels. Here you go. Thank you, Sean. Best cap at 32. I feel like it's going to be one of the Rockets guys because they have 3 games. Shout out whoever said that a second ago. So 32 here. Miles Turner projects really well. Keldon Johnson. Jordan Clarkson's been balling too. I don't hate the Jordan Clarkson call. Oh, wait. Is Green and is Jalen Green above a 32 now? Oh, it's cap of 34. Ooh, what's Kevin Porter Jr.? Let's check that. Yeah, it's probably Miles Turner, Keldon Johnson for me. Yeah, wow, it's cap at 37. Sorry, guys. I thought it was going to be a Rockets, bro. All right, here we go. Gary Payton. You talking about Gary Payton? Is Gary Payton off of a minutes limit yet? Trey Man was popping, Jamie. We looked at him earlier. The Thunder guys are always throwing darts because they have a lot of random pieces that they can put together, but I don't hate it. Shamit. Yeah, Shamit's a fine play, Alexander. He's not my favorite just because personally I don't like him. But he's a good play. Remember, they're getting Campaign back, though. So one of the reasons Shamit was really popping is they were without Campaign and Booker. Now they get Cam back, so pay attention to that. It's pronounced Chonchar. All right, my bad, Yotza. Thank you. Bones or Bull? I'd go Bull here, you and I. Bull's upside's always like super high. Bones is always dependent on Jamal Murray missing a game, and even then, um, it's not great because they like Bones coming off the bench. Paula says, "What's cooking, Mike? Why is Sorare Data suggesting Trey Mann?" Trey Mann is always a pretty solid play. I don't know if they're projecting one of the guards to be out, but with Poku out, the way they've been using their lineups, again, similar to no, we were just talking about like the OKC has so many guys that can pop. But I do like Trey Mann. I do like Trey Mann. DeMar and Jalen Noel or Chris Paul and Jabari. Whoo, I think I would do the first one. Ransom Reed, DeMar and Jalen Noel. What do you think about Langford? Vassell is in, but was questionable because of the knee. Any other recommendations for Cap at 19? So here's the thing. I don't think Langford is as exciting if both Vassell and Keldon Johnson are playing. I think he's still probably getting some minutes, but that's kind of where I land. Cap at 19. So TJ Warren, man, TJ Warren's been great. Maybe you get somebody like, I think TJ Warren has a good floor. And then if somebody sits in one of these two Nets games, because the Nets are playing two dog shit teams too, in the Bulls and the Spurs. So I really like TJ Warren here. Jalen Noel, we just talked about, a solid play. Reggie Jackson, Zach Collins too. Like, I know he's not starting because of Podol, but like he's been pretty effective off the bench with like 8 points and 10 rebounds. It feels like he does that every game. So I'd rank them TJ Warren, Jalen Noel, and then Zach Collins. See if there's anybody down here. Kevin Love too. Kevin Love is a great play. Is it better to take a 45 guy and 3 20 to 25 guys, or is it better to have 40? Dude, I think we're all having that. We're all asking that same question every week. It's really tough to tell. It is really tough to tell. I think it depends on matchups. It depends on who your 45 guy is. It's tricky. Can I finally play my Middleton? I don't think so. He hasn't been ruled back in yet. Cole Anthony or Joshua Hart? Oh, God. I think it's Josh Hart. Josh Hart's minutes are a little bit more stable. I know Cole Anthony does have some upside. Like, he can come off the bench and just get hot. But I think I would be back. Jeb, is Bol still suspended, though? Did I miss that? I thought he already served that suspension. Is he missing another game? They haven't projected. I think we're okay. I just did the 19s. What else we got? TJ Warren or Derek White. Give me TJ Warren, Santa's boy. Lillard's projecting quite low regarding the injuries in games versus Detroit and Minnesota. Yeah, that might have to do with like blowout risk. Do you think Zeke will play? What's up, So Rare NBA Squad? We're going to get you on here soon. Do you see Zeke Naji? Are we talking about Zeke Naji? I think his upside is a little bit more limited now with Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. back. Thoughts on Mark Williams? Listen, Hayden, I love Mark Williams, the basketball player. Cap of 17 is a little bit high. And here's what pissed me off, Hayden. Last night, they were down 1 million, or 2 nights ago. Like, they were getting blown out. And I was like, okay, thank God Mark Williams will play the rest of the fourth quarter. And Mason Miles, Mike Mandy, I don't know, whatever that Plumlee was in there playing the rest of the game. And I was like, why are you in there down 30? I do like Mark Williams. I don't think I'm playing him at a cap of 17, though. Is Nas a good play? Nas is a risky play that has a ton of upside if we think he goes. Like, you're basically making that call on Rudy Gobert. Bull, Bones, or Mathurin? I'm going Bones. Bones. Thoughts on Terry? Yeah, we were talking about Terry earlier. He's really good. He projects pretty well. A cap at 30, projection at 38. I'm always nervous because those games get out of hand. But listen, when you're on a team like that, you just shoot as much as you can. So shout out Scary Terry. Luca, Scotty Barnes, Okongwu, Brunson, and Valanciunas for common champs. What are your thoughts? I like that quite a bit. I think it's high risk, high reward with our man Valanciunas. He has some great games, and then all of a sudden he disappears for a little bit. But I think he's great. I like that squad. Trey Mann and Sohan, or Desomu and Bol. Wow, that's really close. AJ Lee, that's really close. I think I'd actually do the first one here. I think I'd do Trey Mann and Sohan. Kawhi, Kevin Porter, or Garland. Choose two. Well, I'll tell you what. It's Kawhi and Kevin Porter because Garland's going to miss tonight's game. Brunson or Jeremy Grant. Dude, so Brunson's high risk, high reward here. I know he's projecting really well. We haven't gotten any word if they're like, yeah, he's available, but he's only going to play 12 minutes a game or something like that. So you're definitely taking a risk there. I think Jeremy Grant is probably safer, but again, like we've already seen Jeremy Grant go for like 60, even if I think I would just take Jeremy Grant here, Jeb. I think I would. I think I would just do it. Would you play Eubanks and bet Nurkic will be out? This I wouldn't say I would do that, but I like the thought process. It's the same thing I'm doing with Embiid, right? So with Nurk questionable, I think there's a lot of like, I don't think a lot of people are going to do that, Zealy. So I think that's pretty sharp. How is Shai projecting? Yeah, let's look at Shai, excuse me. My favorite player right now. Well, he's my second favorite player right now. All right, Shai. Yeah, he's great. Cap 47, projection of 50. We've seen his cap come down a little bit. He's a great play. Tim Hardaway Jr., Josh Hatt. Let's see. Let's check the sheets because I'm not sure. Hardaway Jr. is a cap of 26 and projection of 32. That's pretty solid. And then what was it? Hart? Josh Hatt. Cap of 26, projection of 29. So, yeah, it looks like Tim Hardaway Jr., the call. I would go man here over Joe, Trey Lyles, or Ish Wainwright. Let's see. I think I'd go. Oh, man, I don't really know. I know Ish is not projecting at all over here. So, based on projections, you go the other way, right? Who is the other one? Trey Lyles. Is Trey Lyles healthy, though? I know Trey Lyles was a little dinged up. Yeah, definitely Trey Lyles here. Cap of 12, projection of 17 almost. Best play for a cap of 20. It's Kevin Love, Power Monkey. We got Rui or Nas. Rui's a little bit safer because we know his. Actually, I don't know, man. I think I would just do Nas there. Zubats or Trey Murphy. Yes, that's a fun one. Zubac has a cap of 23, projection of 24. My guess, I haven't looked yet, is Trey Murphy has a cap of 24 or 25 and a projection of 27. Let's see. Nope, a little bit lower. Cap of 25, projection 23. I think you go Zubats. Valanciunas or Fultz. Give me Fultz. Fultz has been playing really well. Okay, Brunson update. We'll go through warm-ups before. Okay, yeah, avoid Brunson. Chance ties scores popping with a Memphis on a back-to-back. They're not. I don't think so. I think Ja's going to play both of the games, but you know what? I love this thought process. So go ahead and start it. Go ahead and let it rip if you want. Oh yeah, that's right. Jeremy Grant revenge narrative. He's going back to Detroit basketball. Shamit faces starting. There we go. DeJounte and Burks or Scotty and Okongwu. Should I risk my MVP slot on Embiid or play it safe with Bone? Rob, here's what I would tell you, man. I don't know how many people are going to play Embiid because of that very reason, right? Because he's questionable. And we know they have 2 games. So maybe you only get 1 game out of your MVP. But I think they're resting Embiid just to keep him safe, like to give him a break. So if you think Embiid can get you 70 points in 1 game, then I would play Embiid because I don't think a lot of people are going to do it. And if you get that like outlier performance, hell yeah, you're a king. So I think it's up to you. It depends what your risk tolerance is, okay? Javon Garter's a good choice for a 14 cap. Yeah, I think he is, especially if you're like, hey, maybe Drew Holiday misses another game. Will Şengün play? I don't know. When they add someone to questionable midway through the day, that usually makes me nervous, right? If he was questionable yesterday and we're like just waiting, that's one thing. Makes me a little nervous that he's still questionable. That he just got added. So there's definitely some risk to it, okay? What do we got else here? Jalen Green, Brunson, or Grant? Grant, Green, Brunson. Hallie and Mark Williams or B-Ball Paul and Dinwiddie? Woof. I think I would go B-Ball Paul and Dinwiddie, but that's only because... Wait, is Dinwiddie good to go? I saw that other guy projecting. I want to check something. Yeah, I like this only because... Actually, no. Oh, man. Yeah, I think B-Ball Paul can get you like 25 to 30 if Embiid sits. So I'm going to go B-Ball Paul. All right, what else we got? Oh, he's gone through warm-ups and is available. Thank you, Andrew. All right, what else we got? Lillard or Giannis? Man, it's hard. Are you nervous, Thomas, because Giannis is questionable? Yeah, I think I would go Giannis. I'd go Giannis. LeBron or Butler? LeBron. Kyrie or Lowry? All right, let's see what Kyrie or Lowry is. I'm going to take a few more questions, then I'm just going to do a refresh of my lineups. Kyrie's got a cap of 46 and a projection of 47.5. Lowry has a little bit lower. Kyrie's the play. All right, couple more, and then I want to go check that. Yeah, because we only got 16 minutes. Holy shit. PJ Washington or Bridges? Guess PJ has more upside. Ooh, Power Monkey, let me give you a little PJ drop because PJ is definitely my call, and a lot of you guys weren't here in the Top Shot days. God bless you. Here you go.
PJ Washington. PJ Washington. PJ Washington. Washington.
Hell yeah. Actually, it's B-Ball Paul and Hallie. Yeah, then definitely B-Ball Paul and Hallie's home run. Bam or McCollum. Bam's been balling lately. I think I would take Bam. The only problem is the Heat have just been resting guys left and right. Kawhi or Jaren Jackson Jr. So Kawhi has 2 games, but like realistically, probably only get 1. He's projecting really well though. Cap at 36 and 41.9. I mean, and a projection of 41.9. Let's Jaren Jackson Jr. He's got cap at 33 and a projection of 36. Yeah. Kawhi projects a little bit better. Melton or Jalen Green? Wow, I don't know. I think it's Jalen Green for me, bro. Pick one: Jalen Green, Grant, and Allen. Ugh. Man, that's tough, Ewan. I think if Mobley's out, I kind of like Allen the best. But if Mobley plays, I would like Jeremy Grant the best. Oh God, I don't know. That's really tough. That is really tough. Can you pull up Thomas Bryant? Yeah, I can do that one. And then Tomas, Paul George, or Donovan Mitchell. I know Donovan Mitchell played really bad last night. Or the other night without Darius Garland, but I'm going to go back to the Mitchell well there. Thomas Bryant, cap of 24, projection of 32. Who are the teams of 3 games this week? I know it's the Rockets. I actually only remember the Rockets. I think it's only the Rockets, right? Houston. I'm pretty sure it's only the Rockets. One more. Let me check. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's only Houston. Houston's the only team with Trey. All right. I'm going to take a pause from questions here just so I can double check and look at my lineups here. How's Lonnie Walker looking, says Mike Boston. Lonnie's been interesting, hasn't he? Let's go, because I feel like he should be better than he is, but he's not. Lonnie Walker, the 4th, cap of 20, projection of 21. All right, hold on. So this is what we're going to do here. I'm going to start my rare champion is just what I have left over, okay? So I'm not even going to look at that. My rare contender. We got Franz Wagner. Also, for the people that didn't watch this morning, sold my Jordan Poole this weekend. Because I was like, you know what, his cap's getting up there. Steph's going to be back in a couple weeks, so let's do it. Picked up Franz Wagner. I also got Domantas Sabonis' limited, and then I got a Jacques Landale rare. Anyway, so we got Franz Vogs, Jaden Ivey, Draymond Green, B-Ball Paul, and Trey Murphy deterred. That's what we're walking out with for our rare contender. Our limited champion, which I now think this is the one that I have to edit. Yeah, because I got Quickly in there. So Bone, Zion, Paul Reed, Kevin Porter Jr., and Quickly. But now I think I gotta mess around with that. Yeah, Franz is gonna play 1 game. I'm not worried about Franz. All right, here we go. We're gonna get Quickly out of here. Let's see what used in other lineups. We've got a cap of 31. Let's see, what can we get in here? Scotty Barnes, Mitchell Robinson, Okongwu, Ben Simmons. What's your favorite? What's your favorite from that? Need your help there. So Ben Simmons, Okongwu, Scotty Barnes, Mitchell Robinson, or do I just let Emmanuel Quickly cook? Or do I get off Kevin Porter Jr.? I could go down to like Jamal Murray or Jalen Green and then get in the Jeremy Grant, Keldon Johnson. Oh, yeah, everybody's thinking Mitchell, huh? Mitchell or Okongwu? I kind of like Mitchell's matchup a little bit more. Let's see. Okay, man, everybody's all over the place. You guys have not been helpful. You have not been helpful. All right, we're going to throw Scotty in here, even though Scotty's currently used in my limited contender. Submit that lineup. Yes, I get it. All right, now I got to figure out my limited contender here. All right, let's not show the ones used in other lineups. So limited contender, we're going to start with Reed. Oh, wait, hold on. What's going on here? Oh, wait, do I not have any reads? Okay, Montrez, we'll start with Harrell. We're going to go to Moody next. There we go. We got to go to Moody next, and then let's see what we got here. Now we got 29 left. Wait, that can't be. Oh, yeah, because that's right. I got to show shit that I'm using in other lineups. Ugh. All right, so 29 left. I think we got to go back to, let's try to get Christian Wood in there, huh? Can we get Christian Wood in? Wood or Kuz? Jamal Murray, maybe? Or maybe we get Jalen Green in this one. 3 games, Dallas, New Orleans, and Utah. See if we get Jalen Green in there. That leaves us 27. Maybe we use Keldon Johnson in this one, and then that gets us down to 23, and then Aaron Nesmith here. I kind of like Aaron Nesmith. Jalen Green and Keldon. This is a pretty good squad here, so we'll submit that one. Oh, man, we only have like 10 minutes left. And then the last one I wanted to show is limited all defense. Limited all defense has Drew Holiday. We're just going to hope he plays one of those games. Mitch Robb, Okongwu, Simmons, and Grant. I actually kind of like this squad quite a bit. Feels dumb that I'm not using Christian Wood in anything, but there we go. And then now I have to register. I'm sorry that you're going to have to see this, but I'll always forget if I don't do it, especially because, here we are. Oh, wait, no, sorry. I didn't want to use another lineups. There we go. So get Wood in there, get these guys in here, submit them in because I messed up some of my training lineups. Let's get the rest of these guys. Oh, I can't get it. Okay. Neesmith, the full-time starter now. Yeah, Neesmith's actually been playing really well, huh? That's a nice limited contender. Thank you. Yeah, my limited contenders are usually my best squads. My limited and my rare are usually my best squads. My limited champion, I actually kind of like this though. I like this Sabonis, Zion, Paul Reed, Kevin Porter Jr., Scotty Barnes. I mean, like, I know you're going against the Lucas and all that stuff. Do you think Wood over Holiday is a better play for our all defense? I just feel like Holiday could just like get a bunch of steals, I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking that one, but you're just thinking that Wood's going to get a ton of rebounds. PJ Washington or Scotty Barnes? I would go Scotty Barnes. I'd go Scotty Barnes on that one. All right, we have a few minutes left. You want to look at the Burks projection? Yeah, we can go pull up Alex Burks here. Or Alec Burks, excuse me. He's got a cap to 23 with a projection of around 21. Wouldn't get a bunch of blocks. You guys think we should go Wood? If somebody else besides Bowdivine tells me we should get Wood in there, I'll go pivot Wood off a Holiday. Also, let me remind the people too, in order to qualify for this giveaway that's right around the corner, you got to like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag early slate in there. We get 150 watching, only 121 entrants. Let me see what our subs are at too. 7,271. We're cooking, baby. All right. People are saying, all right. Regulator says no to Woods. Has increased blocked and steal. All right. Now people are saying more. All right, fine. I'm going to get bullied. And then when Drew Holiday balls, I'm going to blame your balls. This lineup also doesn't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's use another lineups. Let's get Christian Wood in there instead. Actually, is Jeremy Grant? Ooh, what about Kevin Porter Jr. doesn't get steals. I think that's the best squad. There we go. Yep, I know. All right, let me add the training here. Let's get every time this confuses me. Let's get Drew Holiday, Kyle Kuzma, Jamal Murray, Emmanuel Quickly, Jordan Goodwin into a lineup, and then that leaves me with 4 left. All right, cool. Let's get back to the spreadsheets. Kuminga or Eubanks? Kuminga's missing tonight's game, so I would go with Drew Eubanks there. The bank is open. Or Ayo, Kuminga or Eubanks, then Ayo. I would take. I don't know. It depends. Like if you want some risk in your life, then I would take Eubanks first. But if you are nervous that Nurkic is going to play and Eubanks is only playing backup 5 minutes, then go ahead and get some Eubanks. I would stay clear of. Oh my God, Isaac Okoro, Tomas. Listen, I would take Eubanks over Okoro. Okoro just runs around. He just runs around. Like he gets exercise in. He gets a lot of exercise in. All right, I'm going to refresh Underdog one more time to make sure I didn't miss any news over here. Colin Sexton to miss at least a week. That's all we got. One thing on Emmanuel Quickly, too. I still think he's like an okay play. He's just not my favorite play. Put one common card. Yeah, I know. I just hate doing that live. Yeah, Okoro is the new. Yeah, Tony Snell ran, so Okoro could also run. My all defense is Nurkic, Triple J, Turner, Duran, Adams. That's filthy, man. Harrell and KD Harrell and KD. Josh Harvey, I'm all about planting this flag that Embiid's going to miss a game this week. And if that happens, Harrell, you like the upside of KD, let's go. Neto or Holmes, give me Neto because Sabonis is back and that Holmes projection I don't like anymore. So Fultz or KPJ, it's KPJ for show, Mo. KPJ is 3 games. He's also... the only thing that sucks about KPJ is he turns the ball over almost as much as he gets assists. That is a little frustrating, but like we saw it this week, he put up like a 28, 10 and 10 or so, or 28, 10 and 8, something like that. So I definitely go Kevin Porter Jr. Definitely do Kevin Porter Jr. All right. While I'm waiting for more questions to come in, I'm going to fix that lineup. Like you said, all right, let's look at my training teams. Let's go find an all common one. Actually not that one. Let's find one with like some, let's delete this. Let's delete it. And then let's play upcoming. All right, let's register training team. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then who do I need? Let's get Santi out. 6%. Let's get Gafford then. There we go. Someone was saying Neto. Oh, wait, no, I already answered that one. All right. Did we catch up for questions? Hell yeah. Was this anybody's first time here today? Or have you guys all been here before? Yeah, 5 minutes till lock. Thanks, Jeb. If this is your first time here, hey, listen, guess what? We do a daily show every day, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. We do this show on Mondays and on Fridays. Usually it's at 5:30 Eastern, but freaking James Dolan and Adam Silver, pieces of crap. So we had an afternoon one. So 5:30s on Mondays and Fridays. We also do value hunting. So the next value hunting episode will come up on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we'll be back again, probably around noon. We'll do some value hunting. So lots of fun stuff. Lots of fun stuff coming. This is my 51st time here. Hell yeah, ukulele. This is City's first time. City, welcome. Thank you for being here. But boy, what do you think about LeBron in the next game? Dude, yeah, LeBron's great. LeBron is great. Also, here's a fun thing. LeBron is playing Charlotte, right? So I always like bigs against Charlotte, and everyone's like, oh, that's Thomas Bryant. But here's the thing. LeBron's been playing some 5, so with AD out. So go ahead and I think, yeah, lock and load LeBron. I love LeBron. What else we got? I tune in for the dog. Hell yeah. Shaman and PJ or Grimes and Quickly? Shaman and PJ. Brunson really hurts Grimes and Quickly. They can still get there, but because of Quickly's and Grimes cap coming up with the Brunson missing time and both of those guys going off, I think it comes down a little bit. So I'd hit Shaman and PJ here. Thomas says, kind of happy about the early game. I'm from Denmark, so the first game in a weekday I can watch. Other games start at 1 tonight. Well, yeah. Shout out my European fans, friends, folk who are watching the game that you get to watch it. My value pick is for Terry Eason. Yeah, Terry, 3 games would probably get time, especially if our guy Shingu misses a game. I like Terry Eason. Dog seems less interested at this time of day. Yeah, this is prime nap time. He's actually going to be ready for a walk the second this is over. Let's go for a 4th win in the team hold live before lock. There we go. Hell yeah, Manuel. Thought about these rare starter packs value. Listen, Badavine, I haven't done a good job going in there. I've done a good job paying attention to it, but I'll just say this. I love that it exists. Hold on. I'm going to look something up right now. The Ukrainian basketball player you saying? This guy right here, Svi? Hold on. Am I sharing screen? No. You think I look like Svi? Come on. Is it this Svi or is it a different Svi? Svi? I keep thinking of a Cook. Shmi? Yeah, that's a Santa's boy. Anyone told you they look like Svi? Harden or LeBron, Hundo P. Unless you think, yeah, no, it's LeBron for me. What else we got? Kelly Clarkson, Clay and Clarkson, or Levine and Triple J. I'd go Levine. Yeah, Levine and Triple J. Quickly is in the starting 5. Is Quickly starting today? Who's he starting for? That's new. Who's Quickly starting for? Linus will start Brunson, Quickly, Grimes, Randall, Robinson. Who's he starting for? Who am I blanking on? I'm so confused. Someone help. Who's he starting for? Why am I blanking on this? Who the hell's he starting for? Do I have to go back to Quick? No, I'm not going back to Quickly in my lineup. Quickly is the shoot. Oh, RJ. Thank you. God, I was losing my mind. All right. Hey, we're going to 2 minutes to lock. So it's over. All right. I can't freak out anymore. Let's give this thing away. Last call here. Like the stream, subscribe, hashtag early slate. We're up to 129 entrants. If you've already done it, you don't have to do it again. So don't worry about that. We're going to spin this thing here just in a second. How many times are we going to have early lock up blindside this morning? I know. Josh, are you at the game right now? Hell yeah, Josh, if you're at the game. All right, here we go. We're going to spin this thing. As always, I really appreciate everyone being here, especially hey, we didn't know it was happening. I didn't know it was going to be this early. But I appreciate you all being here. This is a lot of fun, and this show would suck if you guys weren't in the chat. Mainly, it would just be me talking to myself, which is problematic. So here we go. If you win, shoot me a DM on Twitter at Mike Zakarian or in the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord yet, also, what the hell are you doing? I'll drop a link into the chat right now to join the Discord. Oh, Emporium. Dub for the O Emporium. Hell yeah, my man. I'm going to drop a link into the Discord so that way people can join if you need to. Do me a favor. If you also sign up for the VIP, the YouTube VIP, it's like $1.99, kid. And it gets you into some gated Discords. We do some giveaways, some stuff, shit like that. Oh yeah, Patrick says, I wonder if a bunch of people missed the early slate. Let's actually look at let's see. Well, limited contenders still right around 9K. Yeah, maybe a little bit less than normal. All right, everybody. Lineups are locked, baby. Lineups are locked. Congrats to Emporium for the dub. Best of luck to everybody in this game week. We'll be back tomorrow with the daily NBA show. But if you're like, hey, Zakarian, I'm only interested in your so rare shit, I don't care about anything else. Well, then we'll see you Wednesday for value hunting. And then again on Friday for the goods, the good goods. All right, we out. Have a good day, y'all.